is really good, people? We are back with another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. This time we're doing some VGC against my boy Tito Tot. I'm gonna leave his link in the description below, so make sure you check out his Twitch channel where he does stream all kinds of Pokemon content. But anyways, I felt like doing some VGC. Haven't done it in a while. Definitely wanted to try it out, especially since Pokebank is out now and there are going to be some Pokemon that get some new moves, even though I'm not using any of those Pokemon right now. But anyways, I'm using a team that did well somewhere. I don't remember where it did well, but I wanted to try it out because it had a Vikavolt on it, and Vikavolt's pretty cool. So I'm going to leave the link to that in the description. But I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Tapu Fini, which is Choice Specs, and I'm going to lead off with Vikavolt, which is just a very, very strong, powerful Pokemon. And it has the unique move String Shot. String Shot actually lowers both Pokemon on the other side of the field speed stat by 2 stages. So it cuts it in half, essentially, which is pretty cool. Because I actually didn't know String Shot was that useful. But I'm not going to use it quite yet. He does have that Marowak right there, which essentially walls the crap out of Vikavolt. He can absorb my electric type moves as well as not take any damage from Bug Buzz. But either way, I'm going to switch out to my Gigalith just because I think Gigalith would be a much better option if he does decide to go for the Trick Room with that Porygon. But he actually doesn't go for the Trick Room. He goes for the Ice Beam on my Vikavolt, but I happen to switch out to my Gigalith here, so it doesn't really take any damage. And I just go for the Moonblast directly onto that Porygon because had he decided to use Trick Room, I was going to go for the Continental Crush with my Gigalith here, as well as hit him with another Moonblast to try and take him out. But that's not the case. He just sent out his Pelipper to get rid of the sand, which is perfectly fine by me because I'm just going to go for another Moonblast here, and I'm actually going to go for a Rock Slide on this turn, trying to hit the Marowak as well as the Porygon too. But he switches in his Pelipper, and Pelipper is definitely going to take a lot of damage from this. It doesn't quite die yet, but it does take a ton of damage. So that's great for me, but what's bad for me is that he has the Rain Up as well as this Pelipper that he has actually has a Life Orb on it. It doesn't have leftovers, doesn't have a Sash. So obviously I would definitely would have died to a Scald there. But what I am going to do is go for another Moonblast, take out that Porygon too. So now I don't have to worry about Trick Room, which means that I'm probably not going to need to have my Gigalith out here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out as he brings in his Gyarados, lowers my attack. Doesn't really matter because I'm going to switch out this turn anyways. But what does matter is that if that Gyarados has the Hydro Vortex, it's going to do a ton of damage in the rain. So I have to be careful here. Either way, I was going to switch my Gigalith out just in case I needed to win the Weather War and get my Sand up while his rain was up. But here I get pretty lucky. And I get pretty lucky because I know it looks like I switched my Metagross directly into an Earthquake, which is exactly what I did, but it was a good thing because I got the Weakness Policy boost, which was amazing because now I can threaten that Pelipper with Bullet Punch. I can pretty much kill everything on the field with one hit. So that's great for me. I'm at +2 attack. Fantastic. I can't get my attack lowered by Intimidate either, so if he does decide to switch out and switch back in, it doesn't even matter. So it's not a big deal. I can go for the Bullet Punch, I can go for the Zen Headbutt. He actually switches out to his Marowak now, which was a good play because I definitely went for the Bullet Punch on the Pelipper, and he actually protects with his Gyarados. So I'm not quite sure what he was predicting exactly, but I was actually predicting him to attack me, so I went for the protect myself on my Gigalith, and then I go for the Bullet Punch on the Marowak, and it doesn't really do much because it does resist it. But next turn I can always just go for the Zen Headbutt. +2 Zen Headbutt is absolutely going to be strong enough to kill an Alolan Marowak, no doubt. So I'm not quite worried about that. I am worried about whatever that Gyarados wants to do though. That's what I'm worried about. So here I'm going to go for the Wide Guard. I figured I'd go for Wide Guard this turn just because of the fact that he has Earthquake and both of my Pokemon on the field are weak to Earthquake. But he goes straight for the Hydro Vortex on my Gigalith, so he didn't waste any time, guys. He went straight for this monster with this very, very strong Water-type move here. I really, really, really thought he was going to go for the Earthquake again, just to try and do damage to both Pokemon, but he wised up. I hadn't shown him Wide Guard before, so I thought that might have been, the perfect time to use it. But Gigalith is going to fall here to that Hydro Vortex, so there's nothing I can do about that, honestly. But here I am going to take out his Marowak. Now, I don't know, in my mind, I have a Vikavolt on my team. I definitely would have saved Marowak for Vikavolt because my Vikavolt's going to come out now. Vikavolt completely destroys his remaining Pokemon. So I think in my mind, I would have just switched twice, honestly. I would have switched out to Marowak, and then I would have switched right back out to Pelipper after using Protect with Marowak. So I think he could have played that a little bit better, but he's going to go for the Protect here. I think he could have played this better as well. He goes for the Earthquake, which was good, okay, because I did Protect with my Vikavolt. But I think he should have just single targeted and used Waterfall instead, or whatever water move he has, because of the fact that, you know, the rain's out, the water move is going to do a lot of damage. Earthquake isn't going to kill Metagross when I think I'm not sure if Waterfall would have killed over Earthquake there. But either way, I'm going to take out his Pelipper with a Bullet Punch. I don't know. I'm trying to hindsight his moves right now, because he could have easily gone for a Waterfall on my Vikavolt this turn. I don't think it would have killed, but, you know, he could have gotten a flinch or something. I don't know. It just seems a bit odd. But honestly, no. He lost either way. Because even if he did flinch my Vikavolt there, I still would have had both of them alive on the next turn, and either one of them could have killed him. So if he had decided to kill my Metagross, Vikavolt would have killed him. If he had decided to kill my Vikavolt, Metagross would have killed him with a Zen Headbutt at +2. So that's the first battle. We have a best of 3 here. So here's the second battle right here, guys. We're going to try to take the knowledge from the first game and apply it to this game. That's usually what best of 3 sets are. The first game is usually data, because you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what Pokemon they have. You don't know what Pokemon they're going to bring. You don't know what moves they have. You don't know anything. You don't know their stats, their moves, anything. So most people use the first game as data. You could easily lose the first game very badly, but then take the data that you gather from that first battle, apply it to the second battle, and just completely destroy them in the second battle. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I lead off with my Tapu Fini and my Arcanine this time. Go straight for the Muddy Water. I missed the Kartana, which is really, really annoying. This Tapu Fini has just enough defense and HP to be able to take a couple of hits from a Kartana. So it was really annoying that I missed the Muddy Water, because the Muddy Water plus Flamethrower would have clearly killed the Kartana, and then I would have clearly also killed the Marowak. So I would have killed 2 Pokemon in one turn, which I missed out on because I missed the damn Muddy Water. But here I'm going to go out to my Gigalith just to get the sand up, which is, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, you know, maybe the sand will get in between the crevices of that Kartana, and he'll take a little bit of damage and die from it, but that's not the case here, guys. He's going to go for the Leaf Blade. I have a lot of defense on this Gigalith, so he's not going to be able to kill me in 2 hits, which is actually amazing. I didn't actually expect that. I expected him to be able to take me out easily with 2 hits. So I don't know what set or what spread that Kartana is running, but I'm very, very surprised that he couldn't even 2-hit KO my Gigalith with super effective. Here he's going to hit my Vikavolt with a Hydro Vortex, but I am going to gain a lot of my HP back with the Iyapapa Berry, which restores half of my HP in one go. So here I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide. I want to, you know, hit 2 Pokemon at once. I know I'll be able to live this Smart Strike based on how much damage the Leaf Blade did. So he's going to go for the Waterfall here just to take out my Vikavolt, because he might as well. But the thing is, Vikavolt's pretty bulky, man. And that's what I was saying in the last battle. So I was saying I don't know if his Waterfall would have killed me before. Based on the damage it did right here, it definitely wouldn't have killed me even in the rain at max HP. So I do take the hit, and then I also kill him with a Thunderbolt. After living the Smart Strike and the Leaf Blade, I take his Kartana out with a Rock Slide. I was just really, really surprised that Kartana, the Pokemon with one of the highest attack stats in the entire game, wasn't even able to 2-hit KO a Gigalith. So I don't know what set he's running. I actually have a Kartana on this team myself, and it actually doesn't have any attack EV, so maybe he's running the same set as me. It's an Assault Vest set. Kartana doesn't really need attack EVs all the time, just because it does so much damage regardless, because its attack stat is so high that even with no attack EVs, it will still do a lot of damage. But here he decides to take out my Vikavolt, and that leaves me with Gigalith to go for the Continental Crush on his Pelipper. He either had to, like, in this situation, he literally had to pick one. he had to pick the Vikavolt to kill him with a Thunderbolt, or he had to pick the Giglet to kill him with a Rock move, and I just decided to hit him with the Z move. No chance of survival here, guys. So that's going to be the best of 3 set with my boy Tito Tot. Shout out to Tito Tot. I'm going to leave his link in the description like I said before. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys want me to do more VGC battles, because, you know, I'll definitely do that just for you guys. I'll do anything for you guys. Anything. Anyways, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the team and the battles and all that good stuff. And don't forget, as usual, the team is in the description. I will leave that in there for you guys, a link to the team, I guess, because it's not actually the paceman this time. I guess I could make the paceman, but I want you guys to actually read the article because it tells you how to use the team. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do more VGC, like I said, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!